Retreat if you know what's good for you.
I'll take you all off! Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade! Vassal! Catapult! Lunar Rondo!
Talon
Mirage!
Eagle! I'm just getting
Try
started!
harder! My turn!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Do it! Demon Fang!
Here you are!
Not a chance!
Do it!
Elusive
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Right, next one.
Already on!
Gun! Vassal!
Healing circle!
Merlin Gate!
You're helping
Do
me
it!
become a pattern.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Something feels odd here. Be on your... guard.
Finally, some open space again. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to... spend so much? I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Here I come! Luna Rongo! I'm not done!
Airborne beast. My step.
Can you take it? Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! Luna Rongo! Air pressure! Here I come!
I'll tear you apart!
Double Demon Fang!
I really owe you one. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm just getting started!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
So I still had room to grow.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Double Demon Fang! Flaming Thrust!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Luna corruption. Back into the
flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Step back! This one's all law!
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arc. When he slows down, that's our chance.
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Demon Fang!
Talon Hurricane! Only getting through.
Eagle Fang! Just getting through! Lightning Thrust!
Searing Flame! Reload!
You're on!
I'm on it!
Gemini Aqua! Raise! Light!
Take this!
Talon Hurricane!
You're mine!
See what happened there as you crossed me.
Double Deity! Lightning Thrust!
Downfall! Eagle on a wall now! Watson!
Elusive Deity!
Eagle Fly!
Clutch!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! I'm on it!
Lunar Colossus!
Now I'm in the groove!
Swallow Blade!
Solo Dance!
Air Pressure! You're mine!
Here I go!
Your Rhythm Tear!
Here!
Double Demon Fang! Not a chance! Strike!
Radiant Light! Here!
I'm on it!
Be still!
Radiant here!
Mirage!
I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
Try harder!
Annihilation!
Take this!
I'm on it!
Strike!
Talon Hurl!
Do it! Double Demon!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. Can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Devastation!
Eagle assault!
Crush!
Glacial spear!
Rising Wyvern!
Art expert coming through! Eagle fly!
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Take this! I'm not finished!
Here's evil!
It's on!
Lancer!
You're mine! Stardust! Devastation!
Flame of fury!
Rising Falcon!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Resonate with the earth! Move it!
Plasma!
On your knees! Here I come! I can't lay a finger on you!
I prefer it that way.
Rising Wyvern!
What about you?
Just watch and see!
Do it! Swallow dance! Freeze Lancer! Won't save you! We won that by a mile!
Brace yourself! This one's tough! I'm not done!
Swallow dance! Where are you going? Eagle
You're
assault!
mine!
I'll finish you here and now!
Double Demon Fang!
Power up!
Crush!
I'm ready!
Resonate with the no escape!
Stalagmite!
Be still! You're mine! I'm not done!
Take it!
Devastation!
Let's do it!
Go lead! Blow them away! This could be useful.
It's on!
Take this!
Take this!
Head right!
Begin!
Take it up!
Lunar corruption!
They got me flanked!
By the power
Leave the
of
agile ones to me.
Just watch it! Solid blade!
Now I'm real mad!
Shattering the pieces! Solid blade! An astral arc?
That's my cue.
Here's evil!
Shut him down! Take this!
Freeze
Crush!
Lancer!
Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Primed and
I lost not my finest.
Stay away from my friend! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Take this!
This one's mine!
Right! Double Demon Fang!
I'll face you.
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
That catapult!
Lunar hurricane! Arch field!
In a bind?
You're mine! I'm on Double Demon Fang!
Now I'm in yours.
This one's all mine!
Healing circle!
Double Demon Fang!
You're mine!
Now! Ruin Kick!
only rely on
Swallow
the
Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Watch this.
Here's a
You're
healing arm!
mine! Strike!
First aid!
Stunner!
Watch it. I'll face you.
Try harder! Not
This one's
again!
mine! Eagle
Strike!
Glacial Spear!
Be
Here's
still!
Eagle
Here I come!
Blade!
Cut! Lunar Rondo!
I'm on a roll now.
Your blade moves like silk. That just let my instincts take over. How fascinating.
Do it!
These little ones are hot.
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you.
No backing down.
I shall ensure you survive this.
You picked the wrong fight!
Corruption! Confiscated!
You're mine!
Annihilation! Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Right, next one!
Already on.
Swallow Blade!
Elusive deity.
Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Not this time! Strike! Devastation! Lunar Rondo! Tear!
I'm ready.
No hurry!
Hey.
Blow them away! Now!
Radiant
You're mine! Lunar Rondo!
Resonate with the earth. I'm ready.
Devastation!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
That was way stronger than regular firepower.
You won't hear me complaining.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Demon Fang!
Eagle assault! Coming through!
Here I come! Strike! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Strike!
The enemy will talk too.
You'll soon see about that!
Here I come! No escape!
Here's a healing arm!
Double Demon Fang!
More of this and I'll burn out. Through me.
You're mine! I'm not done! Try harder! My turn! Here I come! Cut!
These fists have got your name on them.
Double Demon Fang!
I thought you were going to wreck the place. I'm not nearly finished yet. Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more... Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There's always room for improvement.
An opponent like this should be easy. get out of this! Come and face me! Double Demon Fang!
Take it!
Elusive Deity! Double Demon Fang!
Don't mind if I do.
Here I come!
Spear. Here's evil.
Here I come!
I'll face you!
It's over! Begin! Take this!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
It's over!
I'll face you!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I come! Try harder! Here I come! Air pressure!
I hope this thing is simply a fluke.
Be still!
I'll tear you apart! I'm on a roll now!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
By the power of water!
You see what happened there as you crossed me.
I'm not done! Slash!
Here goes. Radiant pierce.
Here I
Who
come!
wants to die next?
Elusive Be still! I'm not done!
Here
Tear!
Score.
Take it!
Here's evil.
Is this it?
I couldn't make it in time. Here's the end is nigh.
You're mine!
Onward! No further!
Take this! I'm on the last Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready! Run well! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I can feel my power growing!
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Raging Cascade! Glacial Spear!
Do it! Goodwill! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Now, in the groove! Soda!
Glacial
Devastation!
Spear! Pierce Evil!
Mirage! Here I come! Ruin! Swallow Dance! Double Demon Fang! Do it! You're mine! Strike! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! My turn! I'm not done! I'm on! Luna Rondo!
Go get lightning condensed!
Devastation!
Do it!
Mirage!
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I've been doing really great lately.
What's this thing? I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! I'm not done! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang!
I'll be saving this one!
Rising Wyvern!
Light
You're mine!
Energy!
Try harder! My turn! Now!
Hurricane!
My turn! My turn! Not a chance! You escape! Tear! Devastation! Rising Falcon!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
Milk Blade here! Swallow Dance! All raging here and now!
Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane!
Ignite!
Hurricane!
No escape! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'll take you all off! I'm not done!
Watch this!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it! Eagle
Dragon
Assault!
Swarm! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
What? What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't...
No backing down! Crush! Double demon fang!
Lunar blast! That's freaking does it! Here's a
Swallow
healing
blade! Double demon fang!
Swallow there! Lunar corruption! Aqua!
Swallow blade! Double demon fang!
Thunder field!
And more, so much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike! Take this! Storm!
Not on my watch!
Swallow blade! Double
Do it!
demon fang!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Rondo! Stardust!
I'll finish you here and now!
Devastation!
Rip and tear!
Rising
Do
Sun!
it! Eagle soul!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Gotta break through! Take this! Slide!
Hey, when did I get this far?
Never miss!
Thunder Dragon! Crush! Swallow blade!
Mega ray!
Double demon fang! Revive! I'm not done! Swallow blade! Eternal devastation!
In here! Get on it!
tear you apart!
Healing circle! Photon
Go! I'm sorry to be the boss.
We've all got enough.
field!
Yes, ma'am.
Take this!
Light astral!
I'm on it! Swallow blade! Double demon fang!
I can't hold on much longer!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Take this! I'm not done!
Not in your dreams! You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My fists are crushing it out there!
like this should be easy. Try harder! My turn!
I lost myself in the heat of the moment.
Lightning thrust!
Now I'm real mad!
Take this!
Radiant
Come
Fire!
on,
Go again.
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Inferno!
Air thrust!
Rising Wind!
Prepare to be sealed of fate of fortune. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing.
In a bind?
You're mine! Thrust! Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind!
Swallow Blade!
Air
Double
thrust!
Demon Fang!
Light astral energy!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Easy! Now!
Way to go! Lunar corruption!
I'm on!
Lunar blast!
Not a chance!
That's enough!
I'm not done!
Raging cascade!
Double Demon Fang! Light
That's
Aura!
out!
Tear!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Crush! Double Demon Fang! Flash! You're mine! Double damage!
Thunder field!
Dragon Swarm!
Alright,
Do it!
showtime! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Now or never!
Lunar corruption!
Mirror Escape! Stardust!
Eagle's Eye! Lightning condense!
Mirage!
Thunder
Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not
Here
done!
goes!
Flash! Double Demon Fang!
Gemini Quiver Blast! It's out!
Take this!
Raging cascade!
I'll tear you
Here!
apart!
Gemini this way!
Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Not a chance! Crush!
With this, I can become even stronger.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Dragon Swarm! It's over!
There's too many of them!
Crush!
Dance
Swallow Blade!
Air thrust!
Slash!
Ghost
Double
Dragon
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Crush!
Do it!
Here I come!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
No!
Way to go!
You're mine!
Here!
Lunar Rondo!
Don't mind if I do.
Hurricane Thrust! Devastation! Rising Focus! Cut!
Field!
Mega Ray!
Get on it now,
Yeah!
Legend!
Eternal Devastation!
One at a time! In here!
Laser Spear!
Here I
Get
go!
on in there with the others!
Up and out!
Double demon
Now!
attack! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Double demon fang!
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Chief.
I'm still as humble as ever.
I can feel my power growing.
What's that big tower over there?
The animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything? Did we really just spend that much money?
like this should be easy.
I'm like bait to them.
Here goes!
Double Demon
Not
Fang!
in your dreams!
Lightning Thrust! I'm not done!
Eagle Assault! I'm just getting started. All good things. I'm free. Look at me just sit still.
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! That's my cue!
Shut him down! I'm not done!
Do it! Sweet now!
Hey! Pull them away!
Raging
No
Wall!
chance! No escape!
Here
Double
goes!
Demon Fang!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me. We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Only getting started! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Not a chance!
Eat this! Forte!
Move
Dragon!
Watch Soda!
Mega Ray!
Devastation!
Lightning Orb!
Rising Falcon!
Raven
I'm not done!
First strike!
In here!
Blow away!
Get on in there with the others!
This could be useful. Guess I misread the landing. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
Will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Only getting started.
Rolling!
Raging!
Can't end here!
Freaking does it!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he
even surpasses a lord?
Healing circle!
Take this!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying?
Right.
Here's evil! Freeze laser! Lightning orb!
Over.
Come on!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Fall.
This one's not
Die! Turbo Demon Fang!
You're on!
Here I come!
Take it.
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Sleep well!
Here.
I'll be
Here I
saving
come.
this one!
Light up the dark!
Here!
Nico!
One at a time! Lunar production!
Save you!
Fall.
Try harder!
I was overconfident.
You'll pay for that! Now!
Enjoy.
Ready to go!
No! Can't... Stand here!
Here's another Raging Cascade! I'll heal you back!
Train hard.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! I was overconfident!
Guardian
Dance in the wind!
All right.
Air
Let me
thrust!
at it.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Fall.
Take this!
Lightning Cascade!
No! Can't end here!
No! Don't leave me all alone.
Take it.
Here's evil! Gale Force! Flaming Meteor! I'll bring you back... Changing up the plan.
Going in.
Back from depths of it. Raging Cascade. Resuscitation.
Going in.
Feel. Flame of Here's evil. Here. Freeze laser. Photon blast.
Take this.
Whoa. Hey, one at a time.
I'll bring you back from depth.
Raging storm.
Can't be happening.
Stay away from my friends!
Fall.
Tempest. Tunnel.
Die. Enjoy.
Tempest swirl. Blow.
Here.
Hit. Lightning condemned.
Fall.
I'm sorry.
Finished.
Why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Enjoy.
Try harder! My turn!
Going in.
Take this!
Going
Be
in.
still!
Fool.
Rising Falcon! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Your speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Try harder! Not a chance!
Flames. Reload.
Air pressure!
Radiant here.
Raining!
Igneous discharge!
Fall.
Hit again. Lightning.
Can't get out of this!
Down.
Take this.
Back to the fray.
I'll make you blow away!
Lightning. Down.
Okay.
Igneous discharge. Down.
This one's mine!
Reload.
Try harder! My turn! Raining flash!
All right!
Take this.
There was
Is this it? I couldn't make it in.
Tiger Blade!
Fool.
All right! Now where was I?
Take this.
Resonate their arts were interrupted!
On your knees!
Here's a healing shot.
Fall.
First aid.
Smash you! On guard! Raining slash! Blow away!
Tiger Blade!
Fall.
Slash!
And the power of
Piercing roar!
lightning.
Going in!
Elusive deity! This one's all mine!
Will this help?
Here.
By the power of water.
Raining meteor!
Lightning. Downfall. I'm out.
Will this help?
Elusive deity!
Show me your
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you
I'm
were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwing. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
Ha! We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wing!
Yes! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye'm signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shionne. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zeugle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye'm, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye'm and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Viscent once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Not this way, I guess. Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
What's wrong? All right.
What the...
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Not this way, I guess.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Oh, yeah? Right.
Hey!
Yeah!
That Deadime creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadime and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadime just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So, we're going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes.
What?
What?
I don't believe this.
All right.
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes!
What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganath Haros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Glacier Spear! Fierce Evil! Thunder Field Laser! Raging Cascade!
In a
These
bind.
ones can run rings around us!
You're mine! I'm not
By the
done!
power of water!
Double Demon Fang!
Mega Ray!
Eternal Devastation! It's too fast!
Shining
Stand back.
Spell!
I'll trip it up.
Lunar Corruption!
Eagle Ride.
Raging Cascade!
Watch
this! Mega Ray! Now,
Swallow Blade!
let's get you all tucked away! Lunar Blast! We got to let it go with that came from!
I'm on it.
Lightning Serum! Thunder Blade! Flare Tornado!
Try harder! Not kill!
Swallow Dance.
Lightning Tempest!
Eagle
Blue Fury! Burning
Swallow Blade!
Glacial
Stop!
Spear! Pierce Evil!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
I'm on
Double
it.
Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this
Not a
help?
chance! I'm not done!
I'll finish you here and now.
I'm not done! This one's all mine!
Now!
Did you just hear me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
No escape! Double Demon Fang! Not damn it!
Raging Storm!
Strike!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
I think Hootle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting astral energy. That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, rep.
It's on! I'll tear you apart!
Reload! Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
Spread!
No further!
Steering dance in the wind! Air thrust! Light astral energy! Annihilation!
Dragon
Field!
Come one, come all!
Damn it!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
I'm only getting more of that hit from 7 on all parts!
I'm not done!
I'm all stuck.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the
My
wind!
turn! Take this! No
In here!
escape!
Fear robs in pain.
Reload!
I'm on it! Take this! No!
Reload!
I'm not done! Double demon!
Wow! Look what I just found.
No backing down!
Dance in the wind!
They go here!
Glacial
Luna
Spear!
Rondo!
Here's evil!
Go finish!
Flame Blazer! I'm not so good with airborne targets! Dance in the wind!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Luna Rondo!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
You're mine!
I'll be saving you!
Be still! Here I come!
Here's a healing orb!
Devastation!
First aid!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Hear me! I never fail! Here comes!
I'm on Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Dragon
Well,
Swarm!
we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off it.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am... drawn into battle.
Little help! Here. Let me help.
It can hide itself?
Amazing! Now I'm in trouble.
Here comes.
Lightning Slash!
Blow
away! Lightning Flower! Try harder!
Healing
Now!
Focus, Rinwell. You can't rely on yourself.
Don't be a martyr. We've got other friends. I'll crush you! Lightning reflex! Tenebrous claw! I'm just getting started.
I'll heal you all.
Raining Slash! Blow away! Raining Slash!
Cover you.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Lunar Blast! I'm all stopped up.
Blow away! Burning
I'm
Slash!
Here's a healing arc.
I'm on!
Light Astral Lightning
Raining
is dead.
Slash!
This!
Blow away!
Fury!
Raining Slash!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! Will this help? Dance in the wind!
I'm on! Blow away!
Heal!
Raining
Down
Slash!
in there with
Blow
the
away!
others. Back into the
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'll act this with my own hands!
Strike! That's enough!
Lightning orb! Freeze Lancer!
Radiant Slash!
Here!
Blow
Lightning
away!
orb!
Talon
Radiant
Hurricane!
Cascade!
Try harder! Not a chance! Die! Now! My turn! I'll tear you apart!
Mega Ray! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire!
I'm on
Here's
it!
a healing arc! First aid!
Here you go! Blow away!
Feel like me?
Mega Ray! Lightning orb! Lightning Gazelle! I only get it once in
It's on!
This isn't ideal.
Eat this!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss.
Tectonic punch!
Resuscitation! Astral Energy!
Why are you
I'll act this with
helping
my own
me?
hands!
What?
Not done yet.
I thought I was.
I'm not talking to you.
Then who?
Here I come!
I can't heal you forever!
Blow away! Raining Slash!
Lunar Corruption!
Blow away!
Lunar Blast! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire! I'll heal you all!
Raining Slash!
Lightning Condemned! Healing Thunder Blade!
Thanks!
Thank you.
Dance in the wind!
This one's all mine!
Feel!
These sticks have got your name on them!
Raining Slash!
Revenge!
Blow away!
Here goes!
Raining Slash! Try harder! My turn!
Eat
Now!
it!
Attack time!
Now!
Eat it!
Blow away!
Raining
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dust to dust! I'm on a roll now!
Lightning orb! Lightning Gazelle!
You picked the wrong fight!
Annihilation!
No! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now!
Great. I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Raining Slash!
Thunderfield!
Blow away!
Be careful. He has some kind of camouflage.
Blow away! Photon Slash!
You're
Use a
mine!
healing arm!
Stay away from my
Hey,
friend!
that's Radiant Pierce!
Blew away!
Tempest Wall!
Take this!
I feel kind of funny.
Yeah, you're looking funny too.
Right. I should any more of this and I'll burn out.
Here,
The picture of hell.
let's show them just what this team can do.
I'm on it.
More where that came from. I'll heal you all. Steel Force! Hey, Thunder Ray!
I owe you.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Lightning condemns! Thunder Blade!
Blew away!
Back into the cover
Raining
faster!
Slash! Blew away! First strike!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade! Pierce!
Take this! Raining Slash!
Meteor!
Blew away! Raining Slash!
Ready and rare.
Tiger Blade!
My turn!
Raining
Slash!
Sweet now. Get on in there with the others.
Blew away!
One more.
Piercing? I'll pick you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Raging Storm. Luna, go get it.
Nico!
You'll pay for that! This should do it's on!
Luna Blast. Win.
Raining Slash!
Deity.
You picked the wrong fight!
Raging
Here I
Lightning.
come!
Downfall. Steel.
Blew away!
Lightning.
Raining
Steel
Slash.
forward.
Blew away!
Go. Magic and Dance. Searing Flame. Reveal.
Raining Slash!
I'm out confiscated.
Blew away! Raining Slash!
Lightning.
Blew away!
Whoa.
Raining
Hey,
Slash.
one at a time. Take a time.
Deity.
Photon
Take this.
Here's the Evo. Raging Cascade. This one's mine.
Try harder! Not a chance! Here I come! Blew away! This one's all mine! Raining!
I'm not feeling so great.
Freeze Lancer.
Take this! Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
You guys want to rest here?
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. All done. Come and eat.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Huda lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara. and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
A fish! You saw it too! Right?
What's this thing?
backing down!
Here's evil!
That's freaking away!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
Let me help. Airborne
Demon!
Demon! My
Here and now! You're mine!
Arch Steel!
Strike! I'm fired!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it! Here,
All
I'll
yours.
heal you all! Raging
it.
Cascade!
I'll finish you here and now!
Hands in the wind!
Lunarongo!
Take sleep now! Here's evil! I'll be saving this one!
Rising
Freeze Lancer!
That's enough! I'll tear you apart! Strike!
Spear Sweep! My own
Double Demon Fang!
Decay! Rage do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Lunarongo!
Do it!
Devastation!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it. Way.
You're mine!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Not on my watch!
Dazzle!
It's a duel of the arts!
Lunarongo!
A banana, let's... Fire corruption!
Soda!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that? That training's paying off!
Lunarongo! Tear! Soda! Devastation!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
You're finished!
No complaints here!
I'm on fly! Come and get it! Double Demon Fang! Knock it! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang!
You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, I'll come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
I've been doing really great lately.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
It's on! I'll take you all on!
Here's evil!
Prime
to the Lightning Orb!
Take this!
Lightning
I'm
Condemn!
on it!
Thunder
Can't
Blast!
get out of this!
Radiant Pierce!
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Prepare to be sealed, oh fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
You're finished! Double Demon Fang!
Here's the evil.
Here I come!
Light
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Thank you.
Take this!
Dance in the wind.
Try harder!
Sleep
Not
now.
a chance! I'm not done! Swallow Blade!
Now or never.
Healing circle.
Away!
Okay.
Try harder!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
Take this!
Cover the fire.
Start up!
Fire.
Station!
Spread.
Rising Rocket!
Hey, let's... Radiant for him. I'm out of ammo. Radiant
Take
charge.
this! Slash! Double Demon! Here I come! Swallow Blade!
You made quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Now.
Less talking, more...
Demons descend! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go. Here's evil. Freeze Lancer. I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Who?
Gotta break through!
No, not my one. Chinese supernova.
You're mine!
Aqua.
Go away! Double Demon Fang!
Now.
Rinwell! Demons descend! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go.
Okay. Be still!
I'm like bait to them!
Blow away!
Let's show them just what this team can do.
Slash!
Light Astrolator dance in the wind.
The enemy will us too.
We'll soon see about that.
Do it! Demon!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Not a chance!
I'm on it! I'll tear you apart!
Raining Slash!
Ready.
Blow away!
Lunar correction.
Raining
Lunar
Slash!
blast. Wind
You
out.
see what happened there is you crossed me.
Blow away!
Shouldn't have done that.
Raining Slash! Burn it out!
Now I'm in trouble.
Here I go. Supernova.
Raining
Raging
Slash!
cascade.
Blow away!
In here.
Raining Slash!
I'll be invading this one. I'll bring you back.
Raining Slash!
What's happening?
away.
If you can't fight, just hang back. I didn't say any of that. I can fight.
Blow away! Raining Slash!
I'll bring you back from death
What a
abyss.
relief.
Resuscitation. Watch it.
Blow away!
I still got
Raining
the
Slash!
right
Blow away!
Dance in the
That's
wind.
enough! Take this!
Raining Slash! Blow away!
Light Astrolator
Go! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help? Sometimes the best
Blow away!
And more of this and I'll burn out.
Blow away!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Burning sword!
Here's the healing arc. I've still got some fight left in me.
Watch it!
This one charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Should have messed with me!
I'll leave it to you!
Thunderfield!
Raining slash!
Raging
Blow away!
cascade!
First strike! Raining slash! Burn! No! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Just what the doctor ordered. Lunar blast!
Raining slash!
Gale force!
Blew away!
Dance in the wind!
Raining slash!
Sleep now. Lunar corruption! Let's get you all tucked away.
Back into the fray.
Raining slash!
Annihilation!
Blew away! Take this!
Mega ray! Ready!
No further.
You'll pay for that!
Nothing gets
You
by
won't
me.
get away with that! Gemini Ultra!
Raining slash!
Mega ray!
Blew away!
I'm not feeling so great.
Raining slash! Blew away!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Searing flame! Reload! Searing flame!
Blew
Reload!
away!
Radiant light! Searing flame! Reload!
Where are you going? Will this help? Do it! Yukara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Hoo, 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 hoo. 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 Hoo, 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 hoo.
Little help! They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Redwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine. There you go.
You're like me again.
Steering flash!
Try harder! Like this one's all mine!
You hear it now?
Leave the intent to me.
Yeah, and bubbling to me.
Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens! In here, I'm all stuffed up!
Try harder! Now!
Get you all out the way!
New escape!
Hit!
I'm just
Double demon
Banana,
fang!
let's go!
Now we're not
Here's the evil!
It's over! Ready slash! Burn!
Watch it!
You're mine!
You are in tip-top shape!
Soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little
Hey,
ones are
that's-
hardly worth our... Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana?
Not to a Renan, they don't.
Demon fang!
Wind astral
You're mine!
energy! Our expert coming through! Lunar corruption!
No further!
Raging storm! Water!
You're mine! Double demon fang! Internal devastation! It's over!
In the wind! Air thrust!
I'm on it! Try harder! Not care! Rising Wyvern!
See what happened there is you crossed me.
Take
Shouldn't
this!
have done that.
I'm not done! Devastation! Start up!
Reload!
Eat this!
Take this! My turn!
Wind astral energy!
Eat this!
Searing flame!
Double demon fang!
Do it!
It's
Load
time!
ammo! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
I need to be stronger.
Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Let me help.
You're mine!
And more of this and I'll burn out.
Devastation!
It's over.
Rising Falcon!
I'll finish you here and
Swallow
now.
blade! Slice!
Radiant storm.
No escape! Double demon fang! Damn it! Start us!
Sleep now.
You're finished!
Get on in there with the others.
Swallow blade!
Banana, let's go.
You're mine! Tear! Lunar Rondo!
Rising Falcon! Talon Sword! Dazzle! You're mine! Slash!
Frickin' does it! This one's mine!
Take this! It's over!
Do it! Ysara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the wind! Radiant Pierce!
You're mine!
Swallow dance!
Double demon!
Do it!
Now! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I still got a ways to go! Gotta break through!
First strike!
Here I come! No escape! Swallow blade! You're mine! Lightning thrust! I'm not done! Now! I'm on it! Soaring light spear! Take this! Dragon swarm!
Can't get out of...
Eagle assault! Strike! Dragon swarm!
We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Raw's on!
Demon Fang!
I'm on it!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine! No escape! Soaring light spear!
Eat it! Dance in the wind!
Storm!
Field! I'm out of ammo!
Eagle Dive! I'll finish you here and now!
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we better be extra careful.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
Now or never!
Hey, when did I get lucky?
Hurricane thrust!
That's the airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
No escape!
Do it!
Eternal devastation! Do it! Take this!
Law! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one!
Here I come!
Already on!
Soaring light spear!
Searing flame! Reload!
I'm on it!
Searing
Strike!
flame!
Reload! Devastation!
Searing flame!
Raging Falcon!
Here comes the weapon!
Here I
Do
come!
it! Law! Get toasty!
Bird strike! My turn!
Radiant
I'm not done! Slash! Dragon swarm! Be still! Here I come!
There!
Soaring light
Radiant
spear!
sword!
Tear! I'm on it!
Searing
No
flame!
escape!
Reload! I'm out of ammo! Steel force! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
Dragon swarm! Eternal devastation!
Now! Dolan! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Step back! This one's all up!
Go no further!
Take this! I'm not done! Take this! It's over!
This one's mine!
Lightning orb! Target flame!
Dragon
I'm
Sword!
expert coming through!
It's coming!
Meteor!
You're mine!
Flash!
Double Demon Fang! One more!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the bubbling to me!
Swallow Blade!
Lightning orb!
Double Demon Fang!
Make it lightning Meteor! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid
My
it?
turn!
Not by a long
I'm
shot.
not done!
Reload!
The earth throbs in pain.
Stardust! Lunar Rondo! You're finished! Mirage! You're finished!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
Going in.
Double Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern!
Here I go.
Non-kick!
Tiger Blade!
No escape!
Make it break!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Well, looky here.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Annihilate
Demon
Dog!
Fang!
Hammer! Flame of Steel! Lightning orb! This one's mine! Raging Cascade! Sleep now!
Double Demon Fang!
Flying free! What's your stars and rays?
See ya!
Make it
Can you take care of them?
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Lightning condemned!
My turn! Strike! Swallow Blade! Lightning Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear!
Radiant Kill! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Strike! Lunar Rondo!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I got it.
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be about.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I feel all bent out of shape.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Firemaster core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Firemaster Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
That came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised. Mind if I join you, Law?
See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
I think Hootle senses something. Look! It's all the owls we found. I guess this was their way of thanking us for finding them.
It looks like they're grouping up by color. Is that a thing?
Actually, the color of Danon Owl's feathers is based on their maturity and their astral energy element. So maybe they stick to certain groups even if they all belong to the same kingdom.
Then I guess that means we can tell just how many owls we found in each domain.
They seem to be saying something.
Maybe they're thanking us for finding their buddies. Then again, maybe they're telling us that we have more owls to find.
I think the Queen is protesting that they shouldn't put undue pressure on us.
Maybe he's arguing back that we're the only ones they can actually turn to?
Right. Which is why the Queen is worried about sowing any ill will with us.
We'll do our best, so don't worry, I think.
Can you understand them?
Of course not. I'm just inferring. For some reason, when I hear them talk, that's just what I imagine them saying.
Oh. Well, I think you're pretty close to the mark at least.
Well, don't worry about it. We're not breaking our backs over this.
Oh.
I think that was a thank you.
Seems like it, from both of them.
Hootle seems happy with this. Isn't that nice, Rinwell?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, off we go. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
How's this? Great!
Yes.
Hey!
Hmm? Good.
Really?
What? Yes.
All right, right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh?
Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
Whoa!